Hello, and welcome to the Gunmetal Armory's first YouTube video. Today we are going to be reviewing a couple of products from one of our favorite companies on the web. That company is called Shomer-Tec, Shomer-Tec. They're one of our favorite companies on the web because they make some of the coolest gear on the market. Some of the gear that they make is simple handcuff key type stuff, or various things for this purpose or that purpose, but some of the stuff that they make is more along the lines of James Bond. Some of the stuff they make is more along the lines of something that maybe somebody from World War II, like the OSS or the SOE, one of those guys might have used back then. We have some of those products here with us today. To be clear, right off the bat, this is not one of their products. This is actually just something I made for myself. I have made a couple of different triangular daggers, and I just really like to make triangular daggers, so I brought this in as one of my own pieces here, just to be able to point to various different things with a sharp point. So just to be clear off the bat, these are actually Shomer-Tec products. This is the fire button, the magnesium version, and this is the ferrocerium fire button. This is the ferrocerium version, or what some people refer to as a ferro rod. These are, I believe they're 3/4 inch in diameter, and they are about 5/32 of an inch thick. Let's open one up and see what it looks like from the inside here. Got our one little piece of styrofoam popcorn here, that's cool. So, we just set it off to the side here. So it's pretty lightweight. I mean, it doesn't feel like plastic because obviously it's a ferro rod, but it doesn't feel like metal either. It's a little bit of heft to it, but according to their website, it only weighs 0.2 ounces. It doesn't weigh a whole lot. There are, let's see here, there are 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 holes in here for sewing onto whatever garment you might want to sew it onto. That is the ferro one, the ferro rod one, or ferrocerium one. Then we have the magnesium one. Let's go ahead and open that up here. Get that open. Set the package off to the side here. The magnesium one kind of looks a little bit more like, I want to say like aluminum. It kind of resembles aluminum. It weighs a whole heck of a lot less than the ferrocerium version. It feels like aluminum as far as the weight goes. It doesn't feel like there's anything there. It has, again, this one has 4 buttons, or 4 holes in it, just like the other one. 4 holes there. And it has the flat edge around the edge here. So does the ferrocerium version. There is a flat edge around there. Whereas sometimes, some of the buttons that you find on garments, they'll have a rounded edge, or I don't want to say a sharp edge, but a kind of comes to a little bit of a point there, but usually it's rounded down. One of the things that you could use these for, obviously, would be to put on to garments. I have an example here now. This is a multicam jacket, military issue, and you can see here that the sleeve, just the normal sleeve from the Army jacket here, has a button on it that is pretty close to the same size. It's kind of comes to a little bit of a rounded edge there, but again, it has 4 holes in it for sewing it on, and if I wasn't mistaken, it looks like it's pretty close to the exact same size as the Shomer-Tec button. Same thing with the ferro rod button. It's pretty much the exact same size. Now, on this Army garment here, I can't find any more than just a couple of buttons. There aren't a whole lot of buttons on here, but there is one button on either sleeve for making the sleeve tighter around your wrist. So in essence, you could put one of each of these on, one on one arm and one on the other arm. There wouldn't be any reason you couldn't put one on either arm. That's an option as far as the military garment goes. As far as the normal everyday garment goes for the average civilian or civilian, whatever you want to call us, you got these 511 shirts that a lot of guys wear when they're at shooting classes or anything like that. Now, these ones have a little bit of a smaller button on them. As far as the size of the button goes, you can see here that these buttons are a little bit smaller than the Shomer-Tec buttons here. Obviously they're not anywhere near the same diameter, but one thing that you would want to keep in mind as far as that goes is this part back here. You've got a couple of smaller buttons here. You've got a little button here that would go on the collar to keep the collar down, and you got the larger button here that would go along this area here to keep the shirt buttoned up. So if you wanted to sew on an extra button, here or down here, I don't think anybody would give you a second look. You could sew on a couple of these, and I don't think anybody would give you a second look at all for sewing these buttons on here. Or if you wanted to just choose to sew on one, you could easily do that as well. Then, that is just shirts. Of course, we also have pants, pantaloons. You have the back pocket on most pants here. You can see that it has a button on the back, same as always. You got the four holes in the button there. And it looks, from what I can see here, just like the military garment, it looks like it's pretty close to the same exact size as the button. Now, it may be a tiny bit bigger, a tiny bit smaller on here, but it's pretty close to the same size. And again, I don't think anybody would look at this and think, oh, that's out of place. Especially if you sewed one black one on the left side and one black one on the right side, or one magnesium one on the left side and one magnesium one on the right side. I don't think anybody would give you a second look for having those on your pants. By the way, these pants are the operator pants. In case anyone's wondering, these are the operator tactical pants from LA Police Gear. If you want to find some of their stuff, it's just www.lapolicegear.com. Okay? Go check them out. Their stuff's amazing, guys. And no, I do not get paid by them. Okay, and then finally, another pair of pants. Now, that was the back pocket there that we just looked at. This is, of course, the front, or the back pocket, the button on the back pocket. Of course, this is the front. This is the button on the front. So, it's pretty clear to see that, this button is just like all the rest. Got the 4 holes in there. And this one could, again, be replaced by the Shomer-Tec buttons. It's pretty much the same exact 3/4 inch diameter, and pretty much, well, it's a little bit thinner than the Shomer-Tec button. But, again, it could easily take the place. The Shomer-Tec button could easily take the place of the factory button from these Under Armour pants. And if you don't know who Under Armour is yet, I'm not going to give you their website because everybody knows who Under Armour is. The back pockets, of course, are Velcro, or actually it's dual lock here, but yeah. So a couple of pairs of pants as an example, a couple of different shirts as an example. The Shomer-Tec buttons are amazing. These things are lightweight, they're easy to use, easy to install. If you have any kind of sewing skills at all, these would be easy for you to put onto your clothing. Now, each one, it has a different price. The magnesium fire button is $10, and the ferro rod, or the ferrocerium rod button, or the ferrocerium button, sorry, I keep saying rod because I'm used to saying it, that one is $16. If you want to find where to purchase these, I'll be putting links in the description below. And I'll put links to Shomer-Tec's website below as well in the description, so you guys can find where to pick these up for yourself. Before I go, I do want to mention one other product that Shomer-Tec makes. Now, they make tons of different products, and I'll be going through a lot of them. But I want to mention one of the product that Shomer-Tec makes that maybe you've noticed me wearing this entire time, maybe you haven't noticed me wearing, but it is their micro clip handcuff key, and that would be right here on my watch band. See this little clip right here and this little clip right here? That is a micro clip handcuff key. Let me go ahead and pop this off here for you. You can see here just how tiny this little handcuff key is. I'm going to flip over the back of this ferrocerium button so you can see just how itty bitty these little handcuff keys are. These are also available from Shomer-Tec. They cost $12 for a package of 4. You get 4 in the package for $12. You can get them in black or you can get them in a multicolor pack. They're really inconspicuous, they're really lightweight, they're a perfect option for a low profile key if you're a police officer and you need something to carry on you that not everyone's going to notice. This is a perfect option. If you're a female who is worried about being abducted, you could easily carry one of these on your watch like I did throughout this entire video almost. You could carry one on your back belt loop. You could carry one on your shoelaces, and pretty much anywhere you can think of that this can clip onto, you could carry. You could put it on your eyeglasses if you want to, but you know, by and large, these things are pretty easy to conceal. They're called the micro clip handcuff key. They come in a pack of 4. They're $12 for a pack of 4, and you can get them at shomer-tec.com. That's shomer-tec.com. We will be putting links to this and these magnesium and the ferrocerium buttons into the description, along with a Shomer-Tec link in the description. And we will be coming back with more videos on more Shomer-Tec gear. Until next time, keep them loaded, watch your 6, and join us next time as we go further inside the Gunmetal Armory. Thank you guys.